10, a 7-Eleven employee in Santa Rosa called police after finding a skimming device on the front register at the gas station. Police say it happened on the 7-Eleven on Piner Road on Saturday. Authorities say surveillance footage revealed the skimmer was installed by 3 suspects on Friday while employees were distracted. The skimmer was on the pin pad for about 24 hours before it was discovered. The store is currently in the process of notifying and identifying card holders whose information may be compromised.
Yeah, basically there's a story behind my situation, and I want to tell you guys that story. Definitely stay tapped into the video until the end. Definitely gonna, drop some other information for y'all, man. But I wanted to specifically address my situation, what I experienced just yesterday. I had went to a 7-Eleven, over actually the last few days I've been going to 7-Elevens quite often. I regularly go to them or whatever. And I had heard about a situation a while ago with them having skimmers in the readers or whatever, like we was just watching. And I ain't think nothing of it, I try to be cautious, but lately, I was just swiping my card, doing what I do. And I get off work yesterday and I check my account because, I got bills, I got some things to handle. I've been wanting to put some money behind my brand. I'm actually wearing it, FPC Fresh Paint Company. So I look at my account and I was down to like $7 in my account, right? So I looked at it and I'm like, nah, are you serious? So when I really look at the details, it showed I had went to the ATM at 7-Eleven. So I knew I didn't use the ATM at 7-Eleven, It's a fee with it, and who want to pay ATM fees, right? So I just know I don't use my card at 7-Eleven for the ATM. Money, had dwindled, man, down to like $7. So I'm like, oh, are you serious, right? I get on the phone, I'm talking to him, called the card holder company, and this is like a pay card through my job. I got a bank account or whatever. Luckily I have other things, going on, best of my abilities, where I'm not just, but it did hit me hard though, So I call in and I get a representative, no shade to the outsourced, foreigner countries that they hire, but it's a language barrier, and sometimes they go off the script and get a little frustrating. So we having this language barrier. I'm trying to explain it, in everyday terms in real life, and they just going through the script, going through the motions. I'm repeating stuff. So I'm just getting my patience tested, and I just told myself in that moment, I said, man, you got a decision to make. Either you're gonna let this define you and you be mad and you be like, why me? Or you decide to just push through it and figure it out, right? So that's what I did, man. I decided in that moment I'm gonna change how I see this, number one, because I physically couldn't change nothing about it. It was what it was. They told me it was gonna take like 10 days, to process. Then they telling me to like submit a police report. Then they saying don't. Then I asked them where was it located. So I'm asking them where it's at. They just tell me the city, but can't tell me the location. And I'm like, I don't understand that. Like, so I don't know. I kind of got in a position where I was just like, man, you know what? Eventually you're gonna get your money, and so just treat it like it's like saving your money for you later. And you've been without, they're not saying I'm completely without, but I've been in some times where I had to make it work. So it just tests you, man. You go through it enough, you start realizing like, man, let me pull my tricks out the hat. Let me figure something out. So I went into that mode and I was just telling myself like, man, find where you put yourself in this position. Don't victimize yourself. Find out what you could have did. I'm just going through different things. Like, really pay attention to establishing a card where you keep a certain amount on it and you just swipe it as need be and allow it, if something go down with it, that's not where, so basically don't put all your eggs in one basket is what I told myself. I definitely want to position this stuff in a way where, if you relate, dope, let's talk about it. But even if it's just something I can help other people avoid, I'm just sharing, my experience with something. And feel free, the comments is definitely for us to chime in and, build with each other. So I don't mind the comments, definitely tap in with me. Like, comment for sure, share the video. I'd appreciate all of that. We trying to run these numbers up, get on the algorithm, good side and really build a community. So I'm sharing this just because it's just what happened and it pissed me off, but it is what it is. I had to tell myself, man, like, you being tested all the time, because some good stuff had just happened. And of course that happened, right? So what's crazy is right after this had happened and they told me what the situation was in order for them to investigate it, it's just like, tell myself, man, let me go blow some steam off. So I go work out, get a little frustration out. And, once I work out, I'm not thinking in my mind because I'm so thrown off. Like, I needed gas, and I didn't even think, like, to stop and get gas. So I'm coming out of the gym, and as soon as I get on the main street, my car stalled. I run out of gas. So I'm literally in the street, you know what I'm saying? Had just finished working out. Prior to that, had just got that news. And I really just was, like, calm about it, you know what I mean? And I want to say this because this is really what I experienced. Like, I feel like I'm in the mud, in the trenches, building as we going, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like this is a book where you reading it and making the decisions as you go. You know what I'm saying? Remember them books where you would be like, okay, you can decide to go left and this will happen, or you go this way or whatever. So I kind of feel like that's what this is, man. And one thing about what I'm giving y'all, man, is like, I'm in the trenches, for lack of a better word. I'm still on my journey, on my path. And, I might not be ahead of some of my subscribers, which I call coworkers. You know what I'm saying? Anybody putting in work on themselves at a job. I don't care how much money you make. If you get it, you're a coworker, man. I rock with you. I appreciate you. But, at the end of the day, man, it's like, I know somebody might have something that they can put in the comments and put me up on something, and vice versa. I'm definitely here to give, people just insight on what I'm experiencing. And if I'm saying something that may help you, through your day, even just watching this video and you getting inspired by some of the things I'm talking about, I definitely appreciate even that. So with that being said, man, I had to just turn on my switch. I had to change the way I see this, and not allow myself to be upset and again, be victimized, you know what I'm saying? After that, I just let it go, you know what I'm saying? I called AAA. I'm like, man, it could have been more money that they took from me. That was another thing positive I was thinking. I'm like, man, it could have been before I took care of, like my car note, just other important that had to take care of type of expenses. So, anybody going out to these 7-Elevens, man, be careful. It definitely can be you. It happened. I live here in LA, so I don't know how they getting down other places, but if you in LA, man, be careful at these 7-Elevens. They can definitely get you. But I don't want to hold you guys too long. I just want to continue to drop these videos where I'm talking to you just on some, we get to know each other, man. I feel like I'm, definitely on my path and building. And, another thing, if you stayed this long, man, I want to share something with y'all. So as you see, I'm wearing, FPC, that stands for the Fresh Paint Company is my brand. So FPC is, Fresh Paint Company. Got fresh paint on my shirt, you know what I'm saying? That's my brand. I design, I do art, got some art behind me. I want to introduce things to you guys, but I just didn't have no way of doing it in my mind. I got a lot of notes, just a lot to unpack, and I just never really got the ball rolling, just the way I want to, in just recent times with these ideas. So I'm just like, start just getting to know the people that, and start getting to know the people, meaning like, learn my audience, you guys learn me, we just keep building, and it will grow, you know what I'm saying? It's the beauty of it. Like, I've seen channels start from nothing, and while I'm trying to figure stuff out, they out here popping now. So definitely, possible, man. Just genuine, organic connection, man, and building. So purpose of the video, man, is just really to let y'all know, watch these 7-Elevens. I got definitely wasn't happy about it, but had to change the way I saw it. And, even with my brand, man, the Fresh Paint Company, just to give you a quick little understanding of what that means, you take like an old car, you give it a paint job, you restore the value in it. Usually something you paint, that's something you see value in, you feel like it's not, not that it's not worth it, but you don't see a reason to replace it. You see that there's still value, so you put some fresh paint on it to rejuvenate it. Also, if it was a car or just an item you couldn't afford to replace it, sometimes the best thing you can do is put some paint on it, keep it fresh, you know what I'm saying? We not out here, some of us driving Bentleys and whatever the expensive flyest cars are, but keep that Honda clean, man, at least keep the paint fresh, do what you gotta do to keep what you have and appreciate it as nice as you can, you know what I'm saying? And that actually, in my opinion, opens up the universe to give you and rewards you even better. So hopefully, that can help somebody. But that's what the Fresh Paint Company is. I feel like us as people, sometimes we need to find what our fresh paint is. for me, I had to apply some, you know, what happened to me. You know, I was extremely upset, but I just couldn't let it define me. All I could do was just change how I seen that. So again, I appreciate you if you like, comment, subscribe. Definitely stay tuned. I have some things I want to, you know, continue to put out there and build with you guys. So yeah, you know, it's been a pleasure, man. It's your boy Artwork Geo, and I'll holler at y'all. It's work.